The Cali game was a big game for us. I'd say in that game, Andrea Compere really stepped up and kind of took over. We went down early, and her and Vika Hassel have worked really hard together. She was able to score the equalizer with a really narrow window to put the ball through against the wind, about 30 miles an hour in our face, which provided a boost for the team going into the second half, with the score tied instead of being down, and then having the wind in our favor. And that was a carryover of what she had done the previous game against Pratt, where she had a hat trick. That's 3 goals scored, and then she also provided 2 assists for us and a 10-1 win. And so over the past week, she was fantastic. Our entire offense is working well, and defense is working hard. But we can't leave a player like Brittany Johnson off the list, who didn't score any goals for us in that match against Cali, but that's a young lady that comes off the bench. She's a reserve player for us, works really hard, and has been growing throughout the year. And the Pratt game, we put her in, and she actually scored 3 goals in 5 minutes off the clock time, the 39th, the 41st, and the 43rd. And those were her first goals of the year. And so that was really incredible to see her kind of break through like that, and to get on the score sheet, and to not only get her first goals of the year, but to get somewhat of a monumental feat, the super hat trick, scoring 4 goals in a single game. So collectively, the girls are playing well, but I'd say in that Pratt game, Brittany snuck out as my top performer, one of my top performers last week. Shutouts. We've been lucky enough to get on the winning end of a lot of games in which we've been scored on first, and we've got a couple tough teams coming up. The Johnson County game, we went to a scoreless draw with them last time, which was a good, strong defensive showing. We need a carryover of that, and then Allen County, the last conference game of the season, is a day in which we need to keep teams out of the net. That's going to be at their place on a grass field. And so defensively, we've been playing really well, but we've shut down for 30 seconds to a minute at times, and we've seen it catch us. We got scored on in the first 2 minutes of the Cali game, and then when the score was only 1-0 in a 10-1 win, we gave up a goal against Pratt to go 1-1. And so, like I said, we've been fortunate enough to get on the winning end of those games, but in our sport, we call those chasing the matches, and we don't want to chase the match by getting scored on early. We want to be in control. It all comes down to this week. The playoffs are the 4 teams in the conference are going to get playoff spots. The top 2 are going to get to host. And we're still in that conversation. We can't get any matches back against the top team. We've faced them twice already, and we've lost to them. But right now, currently, the team sitting in second place comes to our place on Wednesday. And like I said, we had a scoreless draw with them last game. And then currently, a team that sits right neck and neck with us as far as points is Allen County. And as I mentioned before, we finish up the season at their place. So we could have an incredibly historic year. We could win out this week, and we could find ourselves hosting a match as the number 2 seed, or we could find ourselves traveling, which we'd rather not travel. But our women have done well on the road, and so either way where we finish, we'll be in either second, third, or fourth place. But the Red Raven ladies have earned their way into the postseason now. We're just waiting to see where exactly we fall after these last 2 matches. Yeah, sophomore night is going to be our last home match against Ottawa University Junior Varsity. That is a Monday game. The women play at 5 o'clock, and we will honor them after their match. We tend to group the men and the women together for their sophomore recognition as a program. We do a lot of things together, and it's a nice way to recognize both teams at the same time, and make it a little bit easier, more convenient for our supporters to be there for the sophomore night recognitions for both. So it'll be right around about 6:50 to 7 p.m. on Monday night. You'll get a chance to honor the sophomores of the Red Raven Lady Soccer team.